Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Eliana Armas and welcome to Good Vibes and Good Times. So today I am actually super excited to do this, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but life happens and it's taken me a while to do it. But anyways, we're here. So I went to dinner with my friend and I remember she asked me, oh my gosh, like what foundation are you using? And I was like, oh, it's e.l.f. And she's like, wait, what? I was like, yeah. And she was just like so shocked by the fact that I had drugstore makeup on. And I was like, yeah, dude, e.l.f. is so good. It's quality products and it's so affordable. I've actually been using e.l.f. since I was like in middle school. So the fact that I'm still using it shows you that this brand has really evolved and has really stepped up their game, because to be able to compete with so many other brands out there and still be really, really good is incredible. The point of this video is to just show you guys you do not have to spend a lot of money to have a nice, beautiful makeup look. And so that's why I'm doing this. I wanted to just do one brand, and that way you guys didn't really have to go to a bunch of different places to find the products that I'm using. Anyways, I'm gonna just jump right in and get started. Here we go. So the first product that I purchased is this e.l.f. Oil Control Pore Minimizing Serum. I had to get this to try it out. It just says after like your toner, you just apply a little tiny bit. I have lotion and stuff on, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of the serum and I'm gonna focus it on the parts of my face that I wanna control oil the most. Just my nose area, my cheeks right here, I get so oily there, and then my forehead. I literally get the most oily in the T-zone. All right, after that, I actually also picked up the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. This is just like a gel primer. It reminds me of the Milk Grip Primer, which is my favorite. It's very, very sticky. So I'm just gonna apply this primer and just pat it on. But it does have like a cooling sensation and it smells really good. It's like a minty, which I love. So the first step, usually in my makeup routine either way, is to color correct some of my areas. So I have like a couple dark spots here. This is just like a birthmark, and I have a little bit of darker areas here as well. So I picked up the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. It's just like a cream, like orange toned concealer. It kind of reminds me of like the LA Girl or like the NARS concealer. I'm just gonna grab a little bit and apply that under the eye. This is where I usually color correct. I color correct here on the cheeks as well. I color correct here on like the mustache area because I do get a little bit dark there. So I just put a little there, a little on this area where I have a little bit of like darker spots. I'm gonna take the sponge and I'm just going to blend that out. And honestly, this concealer is so smooth, like blends seamlessly into the skin, and it does the job. You see how automatically the darkness is gone? Okay, so now we are gonna use the foundation. The foundation I'm gonna be using is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. It looks like this. I picked up the color Maple. This is the one that I felt was the best compared to the other ones, and honestly I love the fact that e.l.f. has such a wide range of colors. There's a shade for everyone, which is incredible, because there are so many drugstore brands that just don't have a wide variety of color range. Like, it's so frustrating because someone like myself, I don't know, my skin tone is like really hard to match. Like, it's either too peachy or it's too dark or it's not too light. Like, it's so hard to find my color, and this one I felt was like a really good match for me, which I'm really happy about. I find that a beauty blender is the best for this because I don't like to really cake on the makeup. If I'm in the daylight, I don't want to be caked on because it's just not gonna look good in person. If I'm shooting, you know, if I'm just shooting like a YouTube video or I am doing pictures, you know, the camera really doesn't pick up like the caked on. It looks really good with lighting, but in the natural daylight, I don't want to be caked on. So I'm using the beauty blender so that way I get kind of a more flawless, seamless look and it's not caked on. So what we're gonna do first, before we apply the foundation, is I'm going to use the Stay All Night Microfiber Mist. It says up to 16-hour wear. I'm going to just drench my face with this and then we're gonna apply foundation. That is literally just gonna make your foundation even more long lasting throughout the day. All those like crazy makeup tutorials that it's like the fucking pounds of foundation, that doesn't look good in real life, okay? This is gonna look good in real life. That's what we want. a lot. This is like a very fine mist, which I love. There are some setting sprays that the mist is just like, just like spurts your face. Like this one's really subtle. Ooh, I love that. And we're gonna just apply that all over. But honestly, this color is just so nice. I love it. I was a little worried too because I purchased these foundations online. I have a couple, but this was, I felt like, the best color for me. Especially like in the summer, I feel like I'm a little darker. So this one like matches my body the best right now. But this is literally just one coat. I've used this foundation a couple of times. I really do recommend using like a very gripping primer or a mattifying primer if you're oily, because this is more of a satin finish, so you're definitely gonna get a more glowy look. I'm just gonna go in with like a little second layer. Ooh, I love it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so obsessed. Honestly, this foundation's so pretty. Like, I recommend this one, especially if you have drier skin. It's just gonna give your skin like youth, a nice little glow. If you're an oily girl, just gotta bake. You just gotta bake and use a good primer and you'll be good. I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows. I picked up from e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I just got the color black because I only really use a little bit, and then I try to feather them out. I don't really like intense brows anymore. I like them very light and subtle. And I've already gelled my eyebrows. I'm just gonna go in with strokes. Basically just strokes and stroking up in an upwards motion. My cousin is here. I'm going to be using the 16-hour camo concealer, and this is in the color medium warm. I'm just going to use this to clean up my eyebrows a little bit, and then also just use that as a base for our eyeshadow. You can be in the video.
Hi.
Say hi. Guys, this is my cousin visiting from Texas. So we're not talking to ourselves, she's here. Alright guys, so I just cleaned up my eyebrows, and then I'm going to take this small beauty blender that I have, and I'm just going to blend that out. The one thing I will say about that eyebrow pencil is that it's not, I don't know, I feel like it's not super long lasting. So I highly recommend that you use something as like a base before you use that eyebrow pencil. Maybe like an eyebrow gel or something that can like really lock it in, because if not, it will move. I'm gonna do a pretty simple eyeshadow look. I'm just gonna do like a fox eye look. So I just wanna keep it super fresh and natural. I'm gonna be taking the e.l.f. Opposites Attract eyeshadow palette. I think this is a really good one. If you don't have eyeshadows and you're wanting to build something or just kind of play with the colors you want to use, I think this is a really good one because it has a lot of different colors. It has neutrals. It also has some pops of color, some really pretty like spring colors too. I'm gonna take the color Fresh. I'm just gonna take this large shader brush, and I'm going to just put that all over. And then the next color I'm gonna use is I'm gonna take the color Warm, this one right here, and I'm gonna take my, which brush is this? The tapered blending brush, and I'm gonna pick up just a little bit because, guys, eyeshadows from e.l.f. are very pigmented. So we're just gonna take a little bit and we're going to blend that from the outer corner into the middle, just a little bit. We really don't want to use too much. We're kind of just creating a little bit of definition in the eye. So we're just gonna really blend that out. Now I'm going to take this angled brush, just small angled brush. I'm gonna take this color Witty, and I'm going to take a little bit of that color, and I'm gonna mix it in with the darker brown shade, Smooth, right here. And I'm just gonna mix those colors together, and I'm going to do a little wing. I'm only gonna add eyeshadow in the middle of my eye. I'm not gonna go all the way in. So I'm gonna start in the middle and just very lightly drag it out, and we're gonna do a wing. And I'm just kind of blending it out too, like outwards, because I don't really like when it's like very harsh. So again, on both sides, we're gonna just blend that way outwards. So now we are going to take our concealer. It's gonna take the medium warm color, and we're gonna pop that here, in the inner corner, and in the outer side, here in the inner corner, and here on the outer side. You don't want to apply too much, and I'm actually going to leave that concealer to kind of set in a little bit so that it just kind of sticks a little bit more to the eye when we blend it out. Now, while that is drying a little bit, I'm going to take the bronzer palette, and this is in the deep color shade. I'm going to take this brown shade right here, and that is what we're going to use to contour our nose. So I actually contour first, and then I clean it up with concealer. And then we're going to take our beauty blender, and we're actually going to add a little bit of concealer right here on this corner. We're going to take our beauty blender, we're going to blend that out. Guys, my battery died, so we're back. All right, so we're gonna bake our nose, or continue to bake our nose with the powder. You really wanna press that in, because again, we don't want creasing. All right, so now, while my face bakes, I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Putty Blush, and I don't know what color this is in, but it's like a mauvey pinkish color. It's so pretty. And I'm going to just take a beauty blender, and I'm going to just push that in there. I find that with a brush, it doesn't really apply well because the bristles like mark your face. So I'm just going to take the beauty blender and just kind of dab that on. And I really like this blush because it just leaves you with such a luminous glow. I think it's just so, so pretty. So we're just going to that on, and look at that sheen. It's just so natural. Very cute blush for the day because it's not harsh, it's not cakey, and again, it leaves you with like a really pretty glow. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our mascara. Now, to be honest with you, I did pick up a e.l.f. mascara, the volumizing Lash It Out Loud, but I need something for it to cling on, and I didn't find an eyelash primer, or I don't know if I think it was sold out. So I'm going to be using the Voluminous Lash Paradise Primer. That way we have something to cling it on to. While the primer dries, I'm going to do my highlighter. And this is one of my favorite highlighters. I've used this again for so many years, and they have not discontinued it. And this is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in the shade Apricot Glow. I think this is such a gorgeous color if you are of a more tan complexion or darker skin tone. It's absolutely gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wipe off the powder a little bit and just sweep it off. So I'm going to take this flat brush, I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to highlight the bridge of my nose and the button nose right here, just the tip. I'm going to do the high points of my cheek right here. Do the high points of the cheek right here too. Such a pretty glow. And we're gonna highlight the inner corner of the eye. So now we're gonna take that mascara, we're gonna do a couple of coats. I'm gonna take the flat angled brush again, and I'm gonna take a little bit of the smooth, the darker color here. And I'm going to drag a little bit of that eyeshadow under my eyes. I'm going to take the bronzer palette, and again, I'm going to pick up that warmer brown tone there, and I'm just going to bronze my forehead and just give myself a little bit of definition for my cheeks. I'm just going to contour a little bit. Again, I don't want to bring it too far down, and then I always contour my neck and my chin. And now for the lip combo that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the Hydrating Core Lip Shine, and this is in the color Ecstatic. It's so pretty. and it literally smells incredible. It smells like guava or like tropical paradise, I don't know. But it's a very natural sheen. So I'm just gonna take a little of that. I'm gonna top it off with the Sugar Plum, or no, this is the Sugar Plum Lip Plumping Gloss. That's a mouthful. But it's literally so nice, and this is in the color Mauve Glitz, and it just adds a little bit of like a brown toned color. And the lip plumping is very subtle, but it definitely works. And this lip gloss, it's not sticky, but it lasts so long. It's just so pretty. And then just to finalize everything, I'm gonna take the Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist. I'm just gonna top it off. And we are good to go. All right guys, so this is the final look using everything else. Love this look, super natural, super easy to recreate.